And you run sia aboard for your mouth ajo eba ITV so ene eyukuada April for isu ebusumene da etoso enkron ITV and you run sia bremu kase na ebrason se yede ebesom wo hwe ye efri ya tena ye ya ewoka so anyanya no kwantempo ne so anti Mercy Junction enyumre kase no edoso pa na ensem a obeti wo mu bi ene se Ghana Mampeni John Dramani Mahama edi atudwa se 11 na wonu atumi eyi afiri wona yade ebetumi aboa pa ama sikasem hu dwumadi etimi akoso wano eye National Investigation Bureau epenifo abo ewra ononyamfo eye Reverend Intim Fodwo ni fie na ensem yi mu nkyemu ebeba ewo kase yi emu and someone at that court efa Chief Justice Gertrude Tokono ehun say yebeyi na die anase wo beto ani dwumedie so no court etu asem no ahyeda onmo anhyeda onmo besan atena sa ensemi eso Asin North Mrashe Bidweni odonyamfo Jachi Kasie court ebu ase omfa ne hunkodi ewo ne nsem a eda court no ehun Wei ene ensem enkaye bia afoforo bia eka ho adwadie ene sikasem afi enigidie mu nsem ena manone ensem nso eka ho sanso ena agokansie mu nsem nso eka ho yede beso ho dohwe baako entem se ITV enyumre no nsia bremu kase within the afia ba afi ma yentwa ye ho ye ba ensem nchiri mu beto aso Adofo yansha ensem no ase Ghana Mampeni His Excellency John Dramani Mahama edinsemu atudwa a woche se 11 no ya we ye firi honum no anaso ne naban no ye firi honum no wagidi se eyade a ebeboa pa ema sikasem hu dwumadie ya ekoso e wa internet so no ebetimi agina ne naso na afi etimi akoso wano wodinsem yi atudwa e wo check Ghana Business Corporation Seminar ya wono edi hye so e wo Mevenpick Hotel ya na wo kasa achirechire eye 24-hour economy no ni so eye.
The 24-hour economy policy focuses on strategic sectors that present exceptional opportunities for collaboration between Ghanaian and Czech enterprises. In the area of manufacturing, automobile production and agro-processing, Ghana is steadily positioning itself as a manufacturing hub in West Africa, not only for the West African market, but for Africa as a whole. We readily welcome Czech expertise in machinery, automotive components, and advanced agro-processing technologies to help Ghana add substantial value to our abundant agricultural produce and create integrated supply chains that benefit both our economies. In financial and digital services, Ghana is undergoing a rapid digital transformation. The recent repeal of the e-levy on electronic transactions, among other taxes, promises further growth and inclusion in digital financial services. The cutting-edge solutions by Czech companies in fintech, robust cybersecurity frameworks, and sophisticated digital infrastructure development would be invaluable in accelerating this transformation, bridging the digital divide, and further enhancing inclusive financial ecosystems. For transportation and logistics, as a proud host of the African Continental Free Trade Area Secretariat, Ghana is strategically strengthening its multimodal infrastructure networks through my government's $10 billion Big Push program to facilitate seamless local and intra-African trade. Czech companies with specialized expertise in integrated transportation systems, including the tram and light rail systems proposed for Accra and Kumasi, can play a transformative role in this endeavor, connecting people, goods, and opportunities across our nation and beyond. The Czech Republic's excellence in healthcare innovation and medical equipment manufacturing is well known. We earnestly welcome strategic partnerships to expand our healthcare infrastructure, enhance medical training programs, and develop pharmaceutical manufacturing capacity building upon successful existing collaborations such as the impactful Medivac program in some selected teaching hospitals across our country. Permit me to use this opportunity to thank the Czech government for its financial guarantees for the construction of the Köln mini hospital, which will be inaugurated later this afternoon. Additionally, hospitality and sanitation, as well as Ghana's burgeoning real estate sector, present immediate opportunities for Czech businesses to join their counterparts in investing in Ghana, particularly as we enhance our tourism infrastructure and urban management systems to create sustainable cities for the future. This administration is deeply committed to creating an enabling environment for business growth and foreign direct investment through several key strategic initiatives. Firstly, we're intensely focused on ascending the global value chain by transforming our rich
National Investigation Bureau yitwanitia say NIB mpanimfo abo ewra Asen South mrahye bedwani ya wono a esanye ranking member ya wokomrahye bedwafi a ye Interior and Afe Defense Committee no woka eho no eyo no nyamfo Reverend Intim Fojo ni fie ya ni nyina no eneda ya na NPP amanyokuo no wono churchofo pani owra Justin Kodua Frempong wode to eye ni Facebook post eso say NIB for ako owura Intim Fojo ni fie ya wono akwakoche no we nam so ema NPP amanyoko ni mu mpanimfo bi ya dom kuma ba no dani wo mrahye bedwafie odonyafo Alexander Afenwoma Ken ene mpanimfo bi a eka ho ekọ ni fie ho no mo ekohwe se de nsem etie.
This morning we heard of this intimidation and harassment from the NIB. We least expect such a step to be taken by government by using agents of the state. Our country is a country of democracy. Yes. And I'm reiterating a point. His Excellency President Mahama, I don't see him as a politician. I see him as a statesman, because his term is his final term. So those who work under him should help him to leave a legacy. What we are experiencing shouldn't be part of his legacy. 4 years is far, but near. Ghana has been in this exercise for years, and we don't need what we've experienced this morning. The caucus expressed a view through its authorized member, Mr. Intim Fojo, a reverend minister and a politician. If government disagree with views expressed, government can also tell a side of the story. Let me make it very clear that reverend cannot be made an example. Reverend is not a loner. He has not walked alone. Yes. He will never walk alone. We have our various committee heads. Yes. And he is the leader of the Defense and Interior Committee of our caucus. Yeah. And he speaks for the caucus. And he expresses the views of the caucus. So nobody should make any attempt to single him out and try to come here, intimidate him. He walks through this unfortunate valley of the shadow of death, but he will fear no evil.
What we are seeing in our country with a government that is in place, having come into office democratically, is using the security services to intimidate and abuse the rights of our citizens. And I think that's why we're here. We don't understand why the expression that our honorable member put out, freedom of speech, the right to freedom of speech cannot be impeded. It's guaranteed, it's fundamental in our Constitution. But for reasons that he's expressed his concerns, a man who is a ranking member of the Defense and Interior Committee is not allowed today to express himself. That's why we're here. We see an intimidation, we see a harassment of citizens in our country, and we think that we must all rise up because of the inclination to injustice. All of us must stand and speak and defend democracy.
As a party, we fully support the position of the minority group, and as espoused by our minority leader. We are a country governed by a rule of law, not the rule of men. And as a member of parliament, at least our constitution, parliament standing orders, talks about the processes or the procedure by which a member of parliament can be invited. The first question we want to ask the current administration is, was that process followed?
No way. No.
Was that process followed?
No.
Why? In fact, the chaos this morning was needless, unwarranted.
Adafo yantoa ensem no eso na emre kakra nie na enipa bi de petition ekoma Ghana Mampani John Dramani Mahama ese anka Chief Justice eye Maami Gertrude Araba Esaba Tokonu wontu no ade so na eno enam so ema otafo eye mrahye ononyamfo Vincent eko asefua de ensemi ekodan court senka court nhwe na wonka bi ma wo no mu se de be ya Maami ebetoa ne dwumadi so nam so ema court ehye se na wuku adayi a epribusumi ne da etoso enkrin wono mu ebekọ asetena na wono makotie ensem no na sade akowie no Supreme Court etu asem no ahyeda ya wono mu anchere dapoten ya wono mu ebe fresa asem we nam so ama kane eye Attorney General and afi Minister of Justice Owura Godfred Yebo Adame odinsem bia tudwa afansemi.
I mean, that of course quite odd for him to say that sit at tennis conference and put down that all the cases that come to that he is not interested in. They cannot come to court. The matter is important that the removal of the Chief Justice. They couldn't come or instead the person to report my attending. The deputy attorney also not sit at tennis, they couldn't come. What makes it more odd is the fact that they sent state attorneys, not even one but two senior state attorneys, to come inform the court that they are at a conference, and so the matter should be done. That is all. There's an application for temporary injunction pending. So why would anybody proceed? I find it quite interesting, quite odd. It would be the height of a discarded rule of law if they proceed in that manner. It's not my expectation. It's the expectation of the law. The law expects that such regard for due process be observed. And so it will be actually a confirmation of the disregard for rule of law. And I think that if you see the affidavit filed by the Attorney General, I would say that the Lord has a fine way of exposing the hearts and desires of men. The Lord has an interesting way of exposing the hearts, the true desires of men. And indeed, it's been evidence in the affidavit filed by the Attorney General. They did not intend to accord any right of hearing to the Chief Justice until the matter was filed. They indicated it in the affidavit. So it's quite clear. But I'll leave it at that. The merits determined by the court will argue in court.
High Court ako asetena na judge awotena asem no eso Justice Mary Ekwiyazu ode ato edwa se asen not emrahye bedwani eye ononyamfo Jachi Kasie ne nsem ya eda court mfie ba miensanie ewo kwadu ahodo bi anipa bi ede abono ya ebi ene se na bosu anase na asetena no ebi nefa bi eye Ghana na afi nefa bi nso ye amanone a wonye Ghana ni mu a ya obepre emrahye bedwafie akonwa no sansemi na afi kwadu ahodo bi eka ho ya emfie miensanie asem no ada court wa no ne High Court ashe say openi you onfa ne ho enkodi.
Same as your reaction, yeah? It's almost expected because you see, when a man is innocent, no matter what you do, it will be pronounced at some later date. they were for persecution. They were trying to prosecute. But this is a court of law. That's a difference between prosecution and persecution. And I'm very proud that Our Lady Justice, Mary, I was going to tell her in the courtroom, but I mean, the rules doesn't allow that. I was going to tell her she's a very decent human being, and more blessings for her. Thanks to God, thanks to all these people. We're all in this together. And I think this is a day for Asin North. Justice for Asin North and justice for Ghana. It's not about me. So I will release, if you are more interested, I have an article, a short brief article. I can give it to you guys to go and put your own thoughts together, whatever portion you want to release, all of it or part of it, that's fine. But this is justice for everybody, including you.
Food and Drugs Authority ne fanya ewo mfimfin mantemu empanifo akasa edisimbia to ya wonu mo chese ensentrofo anase media houses ahodo kwan ahodo bi a wonu mo faso ebo enuro na afa enuane bi a ekonipeduane mu dawro no omo se fa baabi no ekotia wonu mo mra ene wo mo hyehye no kra enu nti omo de ato edwa ese media houses ahodo ni nyina enhwe ekwan a wonu mo faso edisa adwuma no se de be ya ebetimi aboa ama omanfo apomuden ho nsem etumi agina ne nanso Ewra Francisca anoche eye FDA eye kwankyerefo ya wo Central Region wo bra wone ITV ya mani boni ya wo emfimfin mantemu eye Emmanuel Kwabena ata twetwe enkomo no ena odi tudwa se ni teacheru ene LPM na ya ye no kwan ya ye faso ekeken kansem no edro baako presenter Tanasi Otumika say esayare be de wo ho eno no che say ene wo momra ene wo monhyehyeye no enko ne sa
the last authority central regional office any in central for issue na tissue advertisement amount for a year facility as in say or more register here in the example of opinion say or which we have for the product delivery in any central social church kind of mobile passport and for bank say will be any approval from FDA mobile product delivery. I was saying to you yes now will be the advertisement about which me I issue for FDA I just say upon Susuampa area Manusa advert approval and no any essential for the she. Later with the FDA, FDA approval and one that was so good. Oh yeah, any live presenter mentioning you be carried away, no one can in cinema and was so Rebecca. A Kobanasa, I buy any FDA eventually. This and say it's the Public Health Act. FDA FDA. So I'm a media personalities in say live presenter mentions Munjai. Emra Emma Hopine say what they live presenter mentions about advertisements. Say the Papon any approval free FDA or ban the script or the better ones. Use script in shame. Na can you watch script and no na FDA Asha say which you age.
Evivi mantemu so afo ononyamfo Rita Akosua agye awete e de atodwa se aban we na nisu ade hunu pa ene se omanfo ebenya apomuden ya wo kire se omanfo apomuden ebegina yie na akonkan na omanfo enya ahoden no eno na eda aban we na koma so pa enu ti aban bebo moden se akande bi apomuden mu adwumayefo hia se wode ebegye omanfo enkwa na wabo akra eho eban no eno na aban we se oye wode nsem we eto edwa wo bra wode asobo fom na wonum esi nurses quarters ama apomuden dimu adwumayefo ya wono wo akenkensu ya no wo achiase kropon ni mu wo mfimfin mantem
Asidia PAC Emma Nyame na ye dia ma ye president His Excellency John Dramani Mahama se wadwen ye ho ena Japan abansu ye beda na ase se oni ya kan boma ena dwumadie yi ye be hya ase ya ye nyina ye nim se apomodin die ehu hia kro be ye yie ye school be ye yie ye nyuma be ye yie uni apomodin ya ontemi na we ya de a eda ya ban na kuma so se obema health provision akoba bia na obi yare a ya nkopese ye pe ambulance ansa na yedi na akoba bi akosa na yare enam we nso enene ya baka ti sword no nya ye kan nyina ne se contractor ye di dwuma na ama no onhwe so no onye ya aka biom se ahemfoni kromufo a ewa ha no adwuma ne ye omodia. They should make sure they protect the work. They should own ownership. Ne eka hu nyina ne se yen hwe so na contractor no so ya encourage no se onye adwuma no within the shortest possible time.
Aposifo ya wonmo omentifido atoye mantemu eye Upper West region wonmo nsa aso abrante bi a wenya mfinhia aduenu emu ya kwadu amode boni nyina ne se wono de adechie ne adesan nyina ne dwumedi a wadia ne se wona wokura wo motorbike na wode kwa na waje eno de eno ana wo ya wagege nkrofo de a na se ye kasa de eye bosumi a ye womu yi a edi nefu eye march bosumi no edi nefu a ensia ena wosan etusa na mo yi bi na wogege nkrofo motorbikes a nam so ema polisifo nsa asoni mu.
Police echiremu se Abdullahi eni nipa ba ku bia waka no ho awala bas womo ahwehwe womo achepa yei uhwemu a womo ekoji eye motorbikes and any registration numbers M21-449 UW anafe M-17-4607 UW na nkofo mienu ana womo agi womo motorbikes wei enanam so abra mo kopie mu ewo Abdullahi ne fie obenimbo someda na etoso enwotwe ewa afi mu no womo nsa etumi eso ni mu ma wo ba posa so ma womo etoto nanom wo eprobu sume ne da na etoso nsu yi mu a na His Lordship Jonathan Navogo wo kire mo se eho behia se womo ema no ekoda enedue fie enunti womo ekwa akodem 15 years na wei enanam so akọọtụ kire mo se wei ebeya asotwe ede ama afoforo se de ebeya womo enkwaji enkofo ejapade announce se womo enkodi wo bibiara ewu wakọọtụ na ginesie no okire mo se wohwede ekọọso na cheso makasa o mabo mutirim se womo ebeje nkofo motorbikes enanam so a yakopon ya adom amanipa baako Abdullahi de wonsa etumi asoni mo womo eguso womo hwehwe awala bas wei nam so ma Upper West Regional Police Command abo officers yabaso esanse dwumapa an womo abo wachem se command no aye krado se womo ebebo adehye ho ban abo ejapade nso ho ban anafe adehye omo ewo impotemu police chwomo se de womo edi ni pafofra waka ho ni mfoni abobo se de beya wo metumi akire no na omo de no afa emra kwan so.
Ya to akase ne so ewo oti mantam emu na NDC amanyokuo no wono mo treasure wono mo photo samfo ya wo hono mo na ene se ye kase wura ado prosper na empanifo abonidin ese wono na wonye MCE ewo Krachi West Kropon no emu ya bato ya assembly members wo hono mo eto ya assembly members mako eduasa na 34 na wono mo to abeya wo mo nyina de wono mo achitai ema wo pani na nkasa emu ena wache se neni aso ni awon maya man pa wasan hye won mo bo eso bebo modern so be adwumaden se de be ya Krachi West ebe fa nentuma pa efra
me a grassroots person and me a youth activist so ewo community say as constituency challenges are your every issue any volunteer try one she and she never issue papa and a be a light ya nyina mkania a eye preso sa edura nwumre obi ani ho na fan kura ye adwuma e wani dan no o musa mi na ye chief executive nanso ye nyina ka bo ene eye aban enti ni hia almost support in terms of cooperation, in terms of adwin papa a ye de beka media na sa niema we a aye de atochima e wo Krachi West na timi asisi.
Helen Ajua ntoso mrahye bedweni ewo Krachi West wono nso edi nsem sei eto a
sisi a ye na isi anu wo ho ntigi mo ebu ko anim because na buana asamro ne eyidi na nsu eyidi first no me ntia na ntu ko anim be se na me nko a se classrooms a no me ye pavilion na me ye small health centers na no ko apprentices for many so machines and then so one ya purchase so much yes and 3 days I teach 50 so much I teach head continuation because my teacher
Ora Francis eko amponsan deputy director Emma Nadmo ewo mfimfin mantemu wode ato Nadmo dwumayefo ya ewo mfimfin mantemu enim se wo momoden ana wonhwe won mu a edi won mu anim wo mpanifo wo eye adwumaden na wo som omeyi sompa no wo nhwe so na won mu nso eni won mu dwuma saa se de betimi aboa na oman Ghana etimi etumpon wode nsem we etodwa ewo dunkwa no fen ya ewo mfimfin mantemu wobra na wono eja eye Ura Hassan Yakubu ya na woye Upper Denchra Municipal Director Emma Nadmunu ekwan.
Me de staff a omoye adwuma ewo Upper Denchra is Nadmu Hanomo. Makoko ye regional deputy a abrenya no meko district various districts. Me no mokoye adwuma ne nti san ne ye no momfa nya adwuma. Me kire asomdwe ene nkabom soronko odo a papa wachire ama omo ankasa ndenyo mudi adanse no na se omo ankasa no emfanya adwuma no mudi adwuma ebeboa omo Nadmo adwuma no kane no na sa nneoma ne ade nyina no na ewo hodom ne ade sisi anzo ewo ho na emomo de ye ne yekitire kase ne se ye ntwen ma antoye se towa den ya na Nadmo ede brew ya brew adia ma wa wani aso no roofing sheet packet bako enso dan na ebunu esi cement ebebra osai enso usi amo ani anwa enso na emamu no de ebeka ne se ya mo yankasa ne adwumade no ban yesi de ni to so se ya twa ne bibia sai na aban abre bibidia eno no ebedi enya bebre.
Arafaya to akase no eso na Global African Heritage Foundation wono alanche book mechoma pa book bi eho entoma ya we no wono ede kai Owura Kofi Anan ya kane no na woye UN Secretary General na wo kai eye ni suban pa na brabo pa wo boye ne niam a wototo ye ni titiru se eba asomdwie na afi enkabomu eho mo kira opani na odi emu akotene pa Owura Kojo Yanka ono eye kofa by Emma Pan African Heritage Museum wono na woda ehumeye di anase wopa eho entoma ewo Kofi Anan International Peacekeeping Training Center ya ewo teshi ewo nkran.
Something occurred to me that I should do something for Kofi Anan, not because I had heard he came from the central region, but because he was a role model that I thought had not been celebrated. I wish that a book like this were ready. What I'm saying to Peter is that this book will make a lot of sense if it is in simple, published, and reduced to about 50 pages, but that we can discuss, to be sent throughout schools. I don't know how the Ministry of Education works, but I believe that the voice of Kofi Annan has not been heard well enough in Ghana, and this is what I propose to be done. I have only a few things to say, and then we go on to launch the book. There is a very profound statement Kofi Annan made that I kept in my mind for the past 10 years. And he said, I often quote an African proverb that says, the world is not ours. The earth is not ours. It's a treasure we hold in trust for future generations. And I often hope we will be worthy of that trust. It's a very deep statement. If everybody gets to understand that we are only holding the earth in trust for a period, I think we will live in peace.
Kofi Annan wawone eprobosume no ne da na toso eye enwotwe e wa afe apem ahankron eduasa enwotwe e wo Kumasi wosumo ise 7th UN Secretary General edifree afe apem ahankron enso ekopem afim pinu ene ensia bra na obo nedwuma no wo paw eye nyema hudo bebre afenso wo hwese nkabom ebekoso ewo UN wonu na launch UN Global Compact womo afenso Global Fund said ebeya ebeko yade AIDS tuberculosis ana afi malaria enyema hudo bebre na no ana woyeye na buku ne de wotroye Mr. Peter Penny Annan wano founder afi executive director wada Global African Heritage Foundation wabra wane ensemtrafo twetwe enkomo no wadi tu dwase enwoma wotroye no nyina enese ebeboa na akendifo a ewo wiase afa na nyina wombeboa na asumdwie ene nkabom ebekoso sanso ene ba no bambon sama ha adwini peya bibibia betumi adeda ne kwan eso.
I believe that leaders rule by vision, and the vision is communicated through their speeches to the people. Unfortunately, sorry to say that the media is expected to carry the message to the people, but in most cases, the media ends up creating their own story out of the message. So the full message does not reach the people. So this initiative is to take the message of our leaders to the people. And I believe when the people get the message, it will actually inform them as to how to carry themselves and contribute so that we can have a peaceful world. So this is what the book is about. It's about taking the message of peace from this legend of peace to
Nia yadru so no eye dwadie anisika sam ye twa ye hotel ye ba ye rebeto aso. Arafo yento akasia ne so edwadie enisikasam ensem emu Center for Democratic Movement yetwaniti ase CDM wono ede ato edwa ese eto 10% tariff ya America mampani Donald Trump ede ato Ghana so enam eniema efri Ghana hanum se eko America man mu no enti no wose empanifo enhwe na wonfa wano entum na enchirechiremu bia ewo honom no wonfa ema Ghana de hye se de be beti enho ase o sanse mi.
Wa British pound no wo mo eto ne 19 cedis 79 pesos na wo mo akwakoton no 19 cedis 81 pesos euro no nso wo mo eto no 16 cedis 92 pesos na wo mo kodwa so wo mo akwakoton no 16 cedis 94 pesos wo nhwehwemu ITV business ye enne day eprobosome da to so enkro no wo cedi ni dwadie mu no akwakogina 16 cedis 5 pesos na wo hwa pound no nso dwadie a akwakogina 20 cedis 70 pesos ewo biaya hodo a wosese sika ahodo ewo Ghana emu euro no nso dwadie no akwakogina 17 cedis 70 pesos na wohwemu so a Bank of Ghana di ababa betu dwa se wohwe last quarter ewo 2024 mu a Ghana cedi no nko ano ne ton no ekogina $200 million. Wansama wodwa ekoi edebetu dwa no wo mu kiremo sesese no ekwa akoye sade hye bebre na no womo enye adwuma kuafo eye textile workers anafe woma womo eye adwuma nketewa ne adentemu nyina no ebe ha adwini peye wo hwe sisi eto a US mampani ade atoto eye nyama hodo a ye credit free eye amanone na wo kyem se wo hwe Ghana nko ade a kwa akoye se wo hanchichemu dunso na wo hwe mu nso a na nka wo se womo efre mpanifo e wo man Ghana na se mpanifo a ewo ebibrem womo ne womo esi nkonwa ansa na wotumi esise gyina ye no nanso anko basa wo kyem se wo hwe eye African Growth and Opportunity Act ya wo hwe ma womo boa Ghana pa eba ne Ghana duty free a ni nina no nanka ekoye pa e wo US eye dwamanso nanso womo e wasembisa womo ebisa se anye bia sa African Growth and Opportunity Act no womo atwemu anam ekwo ekiremu se ehu benya sesese ebibrem empanifo awodo ni na besori egina wona so na womo nso akire womo tumi ene nyama awodo womo betumi nso aye wo kiremu se akoba ni se US mampani enya ade awodwene eye ebibrem eye impenifuo ho kra eno nti na sese no ekuyi ade tu eye impenifuo enim se sese de womo ensori waka na womo enkire US aban se womo so womo tumi kebi emane yeyie
Sadia da wobo amane ye Bank of Ghana ebo amane e de fa cedi no ahoden sadia ene amanone sika hodo ni titiru ene American dollar no edi esie efa no ene se ye kase wono e de ato edwase $1 no eye 15 cedis 51 pesos sa eso ena wo pebi ato a eye 15 cedis 52 pesos.
Wa British pound no womo eto ne 19 cedis 79 pesos na womo akwakoton no 19 cedis 81 pesos euro no nso womo eto no 16 cedis 92 pesos na womo kodwa so womo akwakoton no 16 cedis 94 pesos won hwehwemu ITV business ye enne day eprobosome da to so enkro no wo eye cedi ni dwadie mu no akwakogina eye 16 cedis 5 pesos na wohwa pound no nso dwadie a akwakogina 20 cedis 70 pesos ewo eye biaya hodo a